Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of The Dark Eye Memoria. In the last one, we rescued the Furkina and then subjugated him with a very nice ultimatum. So hopefully that will go better for us once we return to Sadia. Now, however, Fahi has returned to us and asked us about his riddle.
Yeah, I also dreamed of Sadia.
Believe me, I did not want that. I'm sorry, but it is not too late. Forget everything you have seen, just as you would forget every other nightly dream.
Why? What's so dangerous about it?
Oh, Sadia's story itself is harmless. It's only the end which you must guard against. One who carelessly tackles the end is dealing with forces which were better left undisturbed.
I don't understand a word.
And it should remain that way.
Huh, that's interesting.
The demon is Sadia's magic staff, right? Or someone who has it, and thus also has its power to petrify people.
Ah, then that was the scene in the Rashtulian wall which you just saw. Unsettling, isn't it? That poor girl, all alone in the wilderness.
Don't try to dodge the subject.
Garon, who or what has caused this calamity doesn't matter. Just solve my riddle, and everything will be as it was.
I still think that you are somehow related to the staff, good sir.
How did the riddle go again?
As the stone over the scarab, so rules the scarab over the stone. Enter if to you the answer is known. If not, then forever your life I'll own. All we need is the answer, right?
The ruby is the stone? Sure, let's go with this.
The stone is no mere rock, it's Sadia's ruby. She's a descendant of the Mogul, and the ruby is an heirloom. She was planning to use it in some way.
An interesting idea, but it doesn't explain much. Well, as I see it, we haven't really come any further.
Not if you leave me groping around in the dark.
Garon, I'm just a simple merchant. I'm also your friend. If there's something I'm keeping from you, then I'm only doing it to protect you.
I didn't ask for your protection. I want answers.
The answers you seek are dangerous. Garon, I'm warning you. Ignore the dream, stay away from Draconia, and beware the Garden of Oblivion. If you leave the gate to Draconia sealed, the visions will disappear on their own, and nothing bad will happen to you or your friend. But if you pursue this path, and make only one single mistake at the end, then a fate worse than death awaits you. On the other hand, if you just solve my riddle, then everything will be fine.
I don't trust him.
Why don't you take care of her?
Brider, get up. We've got him.
Book. Oh, we don't get the book.
What happened? What kind of dream was that? And by the gods, who made a fire here in the middle of the crime scene?
That was him. Blast! Where did he go?
Oh, my head.
Brider, what do you know about a place called Draconia?
It's an ancient fortress in the Rashtulian wall. Built by dragons. Owlric Bodiak's speciality. Why?
Because I'm tired of these games, and because I think we'll find our answers there.
You're not a simple would-be hero, are you?
No, let's go home. I'll tell you everything on the way.
Sorry, Neri. Picked up another random girl. Apparently brought her home.
What a night. I can hardly keep my eyes open. How's your wing?
Better.
Good. Then let's try again. Do you remember...
Our boat trip on the Svelte.
Before we reached Enqui, we went rowing on the Svelte. Past fields and windmills.
There were lots of cows.
And the sunrise. Do you remember that?
Yes, behind the mills.
And do you also remember...
All our humorous encounters.
Do you remember that dwarf in the Tash Mountains?
The one with the blue beard? He was funny.
And the knight Bogomil Rathling?
The two of them were always arguing.
And the grouchy fisherman? And Izida, the gypsy?
I liked Isidore.
Things seem to be going well.
And now think about...
Our triumphant victory over
Isn't it a
evil.
wonderful feeling to have defeated the seer and finally be free?
What was so bad about him? I liked him. He had such a funny beard.
You're mixing everything up. He didn't have anything like a beard.
Yes, you did that well.
We were quite an heroic couple. We defied the greatest dangers and saved Andergast. Just you and me.
And the raven. We were the best.
You did it! You can fly again.
Yes.
What is it?
I forgot what happened to the raven.
Oh, Nuri.
I want to leave it all behind me and start over. I want to fly across the ocean.
Chin up. We'll get through this. Bryder and I want to find out what Faye's hiding from us. And once we know that, we'll finally be able to solve the riddle.
Is this still about the story of that princess? That was all such a long time ago. What about now?
Nuri, I have to know Sadia's whole story. And for that, I have to talk to Master Bodiak. He's the only one who can tell us what Draconia has to do with all this. Only once I understand it all will the two of us be all right again. And we can finally forget all the terrible things forever.
I hope so.
I don't see Ulric at his window. I hope he's here.
Let's listen to the lecture. Actually, let's talk to these guys.
I better stay in the background. I better stay in the background.
Really?
I better stay in the background.
No fun.
Ugh, yeah.
Bryder? What are you doing in there?
Detention. Absence without leave. Scrubbing latrines.
Have you talked to the Master about Draconia?
No, and he isn't here either. From the harbour, go up the hill. His house is right on the corner by the wall.
I don't believe my ears. Did you just tell this man where Master Bodiak lives? We expect much more out of you, Bryder. Stop disappointing us.
She didn't do anything wrong. It was my fault.
And you, Birdcatcher, leave the court immediately.
I'm sorry.
Guess we'll get right on that, sir.
If Bryder's description is correct, this is the Master's house.
He'll probably have been attacked. Ooh, I do still have magic eye. And there are birds. I don't trust birds.
I can see a faint glow through the cracks in the door. Everything smells of roses. The cloth makers seem to think they're better than other people. I miss the tannery smell from my own quarter. Nice stuff, but who needs it?
3 birds. I don't like birds.
Blasted crows. Haven't you caused enough trouble? Shoo! Go away!
Hey, those are my friends.
Nuri? I'm sorry, I didn't see you there.
What did they ever do to you?
Don't you remember all the misery they caused?
Of course I remember. But you have to be able to forget, too. What do you want?
Wow. Well, that's not a good start.
You really shouldn't hang around with those creatures. You mustn't forget who you are.
No, it's you who mustn't forget who I am. Please leave my friends alone, all right?
Have you been here long? Master Bodiak lives here. Have you seen him come by?
Yes, he went into the house earlier, but he hasn't come out again.
Good, thanks. I have to get into that house somehow. Can you fly through the window for me and look for a way in?
Do I have to?
It would help us both.
All right.
Oh, I'm playing as Nuri now. Lock picks, books.
They look heavy. That would break my claws.
Oh. I wasn't even thinking about that. I was just trying to pick up the lockpicks. What went down over there? Thank you very much, Nuri. Sorry that I make you sad.
There's ivy growing here, but it's not strong enough to carry my weight.
Oh, it's Mr. Shadow.
Ah, my friend. How's the gemstone business?
I had some trouble with a customer and I had to give it up.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I might need to add...
My services are still at your disposal. The cucumber you gave me was very... fruitful.
What happened to Bryder? She was cleaning latrines this morning.
Yes, apparently she tried to catch the Tillermead all on her own yesterday, and returned to the dormitory after curfew. The fact that she only had to clean latrines is a sign of the status she enjoys in the school. I think they want to make her the new headmaster someday. Well, headmistress, I suppose.
See you later.
Farewell, my friend.
Let's go in the door.
By the...
Yeah, I had a feeling.
Master Bodiak?
Not surprised by this. Whoa!
Uh-oh.
Hey, it's not fair. Oh, good. I can bring him back.
Looks like he wanted to put something in the drawer, or take something out. But as long as he's got his hand in there, I can't see what.
Okay, I guess I have to do this.
Uh-oh.
Honey? Wait a second, what?
It's full of dust.
Let's repair this. Oh, that's really weird.
Some parts seem to be missing. I can't reassemble him.
That would be because you have his drawer. Let's go ahead and look at the magic. Should be plenty.
Oh no. Owlric has been turned into stone with magic. He was already stiff, so at first I couldn't really tell.
I was about to say. Can we fix him? Key.
He's got a key in his hand, but I can't reach it. Someone needs to transform him back, not glue him together.
Skull.
It looks old. The master must have been quite young when he caught that.
Broom. Door and lock.
First, I have to open the lock.
So we need that key. Go back down.
Why?
I want to get to the
Why?
poke him. This is so weird. This does not seem like a good idea. I'm moving around this person, and if I lose too much of it, we can't make him again, so. But I want the key.
Curses. The key is just as fragile as Owlric himself.
That's why we have the honey. Oh, and then we'll have to go harden it.
I could glue the key with honey, but it would change its shape. I could glue the key.
I'll make a mold.
I poured a little honey into the mold.
And we can go remake them again. Why?
Some parts seem to be...
That's a little scary. Let's go. Here.
I have to ask you for another favor. Can you harden this honey into a key?
I like your ingenuity. Give it here. Harden what's soft and stem the flow.
Thanks.
Who is whistling?
I'm carefully scratching off the wax. I could take a handful with... Maybe someone will want to change him back, and then he might be missing an ear or something. I better leave him complete.
He's not complete right now. Otherwise, you'd be able to fix him. And you can't.
Some parts seem to be missing. I can't... A golden key. By fix, it actually worked.
We're back in the office.
My hand's too big, I can't reach in. If only I could lift that glowing thing out of there.
Okay, let's get right on that container.
A huge fortress on a mountain. Is that what Draconia looks like? I'll take a closer look at this. A secret compartment. Bryder should look into this. I need to find out what happened here.
Charcoal drawing, no.
Underneath it says, nothing is ever lost. A petrified rat and drawings of the mask.
Whoa. It looks like a hand there.
Just like Owlric. There are small scribbled notes all over. At the top it says, finally an answer after all these years. The mask is in Draconia. I'll set out tomorrow. Another note says, returned yesterday. Couldn't find the mask. The council refused to let me enter the fortress, but I bribed an adept and now the ruby is mine, although it's worthless without the artifact. Draconia, the mask, the ruby. Won't anybody tell me what all this is about?
Let's fix. Look at that. That looks like a hand.
It was transformed into the same kind of stone as the Master, only a tiny human hand is growing from its head. Was this some kind of experiment? The entire room is glowing.
I have a feeling I'm going to be pulling the same trick I did before, which is we break it.
The spell won't do any good here.
Oh, I'm wrong. Cool.
No, what? The broomstick is... There's something in the... My hand's too big, I can't reach in. If only I could lift that glowing thing out of there. There's something in the... If only...
It's the ruby. I have to figure out how to get to it.
No, what good would that do?
Not sure. But I can't fix it, so...
Some part...
I need some sort of... Maybe I can talk to Neri. I don't think this will help, but we can talk to her.
Don't cause it. I'll see you later.
See you then.
I'm not exactly very helpful.
Nice stuff, but who needs... I should just leave.
Maybe I can take the dust from the... Oh. And that will lift it up.
The dust is too fine. I'll scrape the dust into the container with the knife's edge.
That down in there.
I poured the dust into the crack.
And we can fix the dust.
Ha!
Take the ruby.
A ruby. It's cracked. Ah, my head. There's somebody in the next room. Not again.
I'm going
Just this wall now. Then we'll be in Draconia. Help me. I can't get up there alone.
Free my hands.
If I do that, you'll kill me immediately.
Correct.
Oh, how he hates you, Shahrazad.
Understandably. Who likes being a slave? All he has to do is lift me over this, and we'll be there.
The mask?
Have you thought of something?
Yes. Since we've been here, I am able to remember more and more. Tell me, on the inside of the mask, do you see any letters? Ah, I was right. Padan, Vaskadan, Esplas de Quatan, Humirelor Gras Ferel Goran, Hul Bemutir, Gerul Felan, Juntir Quatan Veluntir Sodan.
What language is that?
A very, very old one. Malakar transliterated it syllable for syllable in the ancient Ptolemede lettering, and had it etched over the old lettering. Place the mask on your prisoner, and recite the incantation. Then, he'll fulfill your every desire.
I don't like that.
I can't memorize the spell. It's too difficult.
Let me try. When the time comes, I'll tell you the words, and you can repeat them after me.
What will happen when I speak the incantation?
I don't remember exactly, but I know that it'll make him your servant. Even with his hands free, he'll do whatever you ask of him.
We'll do this last one.
How did you turn his hands to stone?
With this spell. You can try it on the flower up there. And now, change it back. It's always exciting to see what kind of stone it will be, isn't it? I was right.
How much can this spell do?
For the moment, my strength is only enough for plants and small animals. There was a time when I probably could have petrified an entire person, but the years must have weakened me.
How is it that you remember that now?
I don't know that. I think it's these mountains. It's as if I've been here before. I carried Malakar's mask with me, and I was looking for a garden? That is all I remember.
If I succeed in placing the mask on Rahwan, perhaps we'll soon find out more.
Okay. And before I go and turn Rahwan into my slave, I'm going to call this an episode, and we will continue to scale the area around Draconia in the next video. I hope you'll join me then.